Hello, welcome to Friday the 13th. I, I hope nobody's superstitious because it's Friday the 13th. I'm not. I hear a helicopter. Hello, Yoakum. Yes, I got my socks on. Welcome, everybody. Just follow the rules. Be polite, be nice. No sexual harassment. You know, because I got young people on here with their parents and their guardian. So try to keep everything PG. You know, is the parents or the guardian, or maybe a brother or a sister. It's over 18. So I hope everybody had a good day. Went to the post office, mail, and went to the JC store, got a few things, got me some more. I call it rabbit food. That's what my son calls it, but salad. Well, I can have a salad after a while. Got another gallon of milk. Got some tuna fish for my kitty cats. No, I take care of my kitty cats. Hello, crying fish. Welcome back. I don't like green beans. I hate green beans. Because when I was younger, there was a diet. All you do is eat green beans. I got to the point I don't like green beans. I will eat corn on the cob. I don't like peas. I love fruit. Peaches and pears and pineapple and all that. You're going to have to scoot over, Wildcat. What do you do if I want to lay down? I can't lay down. Because when you taking your kitty cat nap, I can't lay down. If I get hurt, Daddy can't feed you, Wildcat. Oh, I got burned out on eating green beans. I can eat hamburgers, cheeseburgers, onion rings. I can drink Pepsi Zero. I don't get sick and tired of it. Or McDonald's or Arby's. But I ate so many green beans that I can't eat them no more. I don't know because if I ate so many or what it was. I just don't like it. And people, I'll let you on a secret. The video I done last night got blocked by YouTube because I showed you about the police. They just violated my First Amendment rights. It's a news story. Just, so they blocked my video where nobody can see it. I think that's a bunch of bull crap. YouTube just violated my First Amendment rights to a news story. I guess if a TV news media would show it, which that's where it was, I guess block him, you know. That's stupid. YouTube just violated my First Amendment rights on the video I done last night. And that makes me mad. Violate the First Amendment rights. You know. I know. That makes me mad. It makes me mad. I didn't get monetized. Or I lose out on my watch hours. But they said it's copyrighted, but I didn't get a copyright strike. And I tried to appeal it, and I checked all the boxes. It won't let me do anything. But we had a person in here last night. I forget what he went by. Something about the FBI. Maybe he didn't like what I did. I don't know. But it's the First Amendment right to let you all know what the police officer does. And it wasn't A&E either. They blocked the whole thing from all the people in the United States and all the countries. YouTube sucks right now. They violated the First Amendment, my First Amendment rights as a news story. So people, if they do me like this, they can do you. But make sure that you don't have your TV on in the background or your radio. You get copyright, but not the strike. And it makes me mad. Or maybe because I spoke up about what the United States is trying to do to Canada. Maybe that was it. I don't know. They didn't show me what I did. They didn't explain it to an old man. So I just don't understand it, people. It was either Cops Reload, but it wasn't A&E because I'm watching it right now on TV. It called Busted. Busted, the channel I'm watching it. I don't have A&E. So how in the hell can they get me says it was copyright from A&E? I don't have A&E on my TV. It's Busted. Busted channel. And it makes me mad. They violated my First Amendment rights. Hello. What's that? Nate Henry? Hi, welcome. And another thing YouTube does, people comes on here and you subscribe to their channel. I can't subscribe to anybody more channels. Man, I almost got 1,000 people subscribers. I'm about 140 away from 1,000 subscribers, and I can't subscribe to your people. It comes on my YouTube channel. I just don't understand it, people. Oh, I'm going to say Nikki, but I know that's not right. But man, you got subscribers in that video. You got 1,000 views of that beautiful snow where you're at. Yeah, go ahead and eat their crying fish. I came on here a little early because she said she'd be here tonight. This good looking girl between 30 and 35. She's going to spend the night, have her friend drop her off. But she wants me to do my YouTube channel. And when she gets here, she's going to take a nice, good, hot shower, and probably rub my back. You know. You know. I just want everybody to be happy, be nice, polite, respectful. I'm watching on Busted. They driving the old Crown Vic. And how come other people can share, do videos like I did last night? They don't get in trouble, but somebody like me showing you what police officers does, they block the video. I have 300, almost 350 views on it. And that makes me mad, people. I got to take out the cat litter I got in bags and take it out and dump it since the snow where I want to dump it. Hello, Billy. It's pretty good. I got some socks in the mail. People, I don't like them shorty socks. I like them long socks, because, pretty well up your leg, not them short socks. I hate them cotton pickers. Yeah, I think it covers maybe the top of your tennis shoes. And we stop at some dollars, JC store, the post office, and I saw this good looking girl I ain't seen for probably 8 years, and she got a boyfriend. She used to have a girlfriend, but you know, but it's nice. She's engaged. I looked at her. But the last time I saw her, she had short hair. She kind of letting her hair grow out. I got a picture of her, and she's in a nice bikini, a two-piece bikini. And she's gorgeous. If I had something like that, I would die with a smile on my face. Hello, Jessica. Hello, my friend. How's it going up there where you live? And I watched the last video you done. You know, and I still haven't seen Sergeant Tom. Because, let's see, Wednesday the 11th, it was 5-0. He kept his job and his rank as sergeant. But I don't think he's working. And this cop just pulled out his gun on this guy. I can't even show you let you hear the audio. I get copyrighted for the audio. And I want you younger people, if you can, and you will, let's be helpful, respectful, and stuff like that, is help people who's handicapped or old, shovel the snow out of the driveway or the steps, check on older people, and see if they're okay, see if they need anything, see if you can help them. You know, some of you expect to get money for it, but that being respectful, nice, and polite, when you help old people out, you know, I know your parents teach you all when you was kids to be nice, polite, and stuff like that. A drug, because they just found a needle on this guy. Instead of putting them in police cars, they got a pat. Now he's playing with his butt. Is that sexual harassment? Because you got gay cops out there that really check a guy out. Women does the same thing when they search, women people when they under arrest. I've seen guys that gets arrested like this one did and said, "What are you? Are you a gay cop? Want to film my private area?" And found another needle that he had in his breeches. That means, I don't know if it's still legal that they do strip searchers in jail anymore. They strip you down to your birthday suit. I know they took him to court over 8 years ago and said you can't strip search anybody. I guess, I don't know when they done this video. Oh, your dog is Tank? Yeah, I like your dog, Jessica. Everybody needs a dog or some kind of pet in your house. People, if you got a dog or cat, parakeet, ferret, or anything like that, they're very protective. They might be his animal or her animal or your kid's animal. They get jealous. Like if your dog or cat or whatever kind of pet you got in the house, if they start to act strange or get a bad attitude, what's changed in your household? What's changed? Like I know this lady that works at the dollar store. And her cat always did use the cat box. But her daughter, she's about 20 or 21, somewhere in there. And the mother paid more attention to the daughter and the kitty cat. And the cat didn't get the love it used to. And she said the cat was real lovable. I said, well, look what changed in your house. Your daughter is pregnant. And the cat feels like she's getting licked. You and your daughter put the cat up on the lap and let the cat listen to the baby inside your daughter's belly. And now the cat is back the way she was. She's a lovable kitty cat. And Grandma tells me that cat is keeping an eye on the baby. If it's time to change the diaper, the kitty cat lets Mommy and Grandma know it's time to change the diaper or the baby's hungry. And that baby is born in December, so they put the baby about 2 months old. Elbow there. Sigma, how you doing? Welcome. Any kind of animal, they do get jealous. They get jealous because you gave them love and something's changing in your household. You know, that's what, after I told this grandma and put the cat up on her daughter's belly, and they explained that she's having a baby, got a baby in the belly. You know, the cat put his head, she put her head down on her belly and smelled. They paid more attention to it. And now, like I said, the female kitty cat is, she's back to her good old girl. Hello, Nansus. You know, yeah, I remember you. Hello, Carmen. Well, you was on here December the 9th. You was on here November the 5th. You know, I'm glad everybody's on here. You're my YouTube family. I really appreciate you all joining me. Man, look at all that money the cop found inside the door. Well, I wish I had that much money. $100 bills, 20s, 50s. Somebody's a drug dealer. He's an African American. I hope they didn't profile him. I hate cops. I hate cops pulls you over because of the color of your skin. I just don't like it. I don't like it at all. I don't know what state it's in, but it makes me mad when white cops pull over because of the color of your skin. I just don't like it. It makes me mad. You know, I'm going to try to stay on maybe an hour tonight because I don't know what time this good looking young girl going to show up. I ain't seen any lights. She done been here once this week. She brought me a 24 pack of Pepsi Zeros. And I know some people mad. I ain't got no money, so I can't be her sugar daddy. Because I'm not rich. Now, if you call around $950, $60 a month, rich, you know, she has a job. She makes over $75,000 a year. Her car is paid off. No, I'm not gay. I'm straight. I only like girls. I got some gay friends, girls and boys. You know, I got nothing against them as long as they don't force it on me or, you know, don't bring me into it. You know, like some of the girls I see, it's gay. It makes me mad because they're so good looking. You know, they're so good looking. I've been in love with a few gay women. I dated a gay women. And I got nothing against them. You know, the guys and the girls, I got nothing against you all. And it's up over 40 degrees today. And man, it's freaking those raccoons. Because usually raccoons, they hibernate for the winter. The groundhogs hibernate for the winter. But the past week, people, it's been warm. And raccoons been coming up eating some cat food. Las Vegas, they showing on TV now. But my outside kitty cats, just like my inside kitty cats, they got tuna fish tonight for their extra snack. And they was happy. One of the babies wasn't showed up, but it probably showed up after I came back in the house. Little bit. He was out. It was out there. I don't know if it's a he or she until it gets summertime where I sit outside in my chair and I can pay attention if I catch it in the right position to find out if it's a tomcat or a female cat. And I love kitty cats, people. I wish kitty cats could talk human. You know, like all these cats, when they came, two of them, Wildcat and Margaret, they came here when they was a baby cat. You know, they listen to music, they listen to TV. Hello, 709, how you doing? And about, I don't know, sausage and biscuit. You buy in the bag, you put them in the microwave for about a minute. I ate 2 of those sausage a while ago. I'm doing fine. And my son, he got some candy that he got it at the JC store from Charlestown, kind of like gummy bears, and it came from, I think he said, China. One was strawberry, and the other one, he got about 4 of them. And that was pretty good.
This is what they're called.
They're called fruit gummies. It's made by 4D.
It's Amos. The 4D gummy.
Yeah, called Amos. AMOS. 4D. And this one here, people, let me show you. See what it looks like. This is pineapple burst. And that is,
They're addictive.
it says it's non-gluten. Gluten, don't have gluten in it. Somebody driving past my house, but it's not her. Maybe it's a foxy lady. It tastes pretty good, people.
Eastbound on US 50 from 275. Caller advised they were behind a four-door passenger car, going to be red. Red four-door passenger car got off the exit, turned left onto US 50.
By watching these videos, people,
Had flashers on.
after they put the handcuffs on you, why do they take off running? You can't do nothing when you got your hands handcuffed behind you. I think it's stupid. I wish I could show you this, where the police, abuse the person. But then I get copyrighted. Then it'll get blocked, like the one I done last night. It's stupid. To me, that is news, a police brutality. But YouTube's doing that to a whole lot of people. And I don't know why. Well, it wouldn't do me any good to buy this candy. I go through the bag in probably an hour or so. I guess if I show you ICE on TV breaking the law, I guess you two get me on that. But people, I want you to think all the nurses that you know for their service. You got nurses that works in the hospital and other places. For you to I'm doing okay, everybody. It takes a very special person to be a nurse that works in the hospital, in the ER, ICU, critical care unit, burn unit, take care of those little sick babies that's born premature. It takes a very special person to do that. And nurses, male and female, they don't get enough thank you for their service. I think nurses should get paid $40 to $50 an hour because the doctors, they make more than the nurses. I don't think that's fair. Because the nurses does more work than the doctor. They tell the doctor how they feel, the blood pressure, the blood work. They tell them everything. You better be good tonight. Scare Light Network, you better be good tonight. Or you get another 24-hour timeout. You know, people, I don't go with arguing and telling me where something is. You know, you got chose. Well, if you bring up the same crap, if you have every time you come on here, you're going to be blocked. You've been warned. You have been warned by all my moderators. You still come back and want to argue. But next time you do the same crap, you out off of my YouTube. You will be blocked for good. Yeah, you want to argue and tell me where something is in Kentucky. I've been there. Right now, I live 27 miles north of that place. I know where it is. It's been on the local TV stations. You know, just don't say anything about that. Hello, Lip Official. Lollipop Official. Yeah, but my moderators, they know what I want in my YouTube channel. I got some moderators that just sits in the background. Just don't talk about it anymore and you be okay. Because I tell you, if you do it again, you're out of here for good. So the next time you be blocked, period. You done, I guess this month you done had, what, 2 or 3 24 hours, I guess, in timeout. Well, so far you had 5 timeouts. So far this, you had 5 timeouts this so far since you've been on my YouTube channel. 2 of them has been, or maybe 3 been this month. You know. Because people has looked it up on the internet. They all agree with me. You know, that's all I'm going to say. I cannot unblock him. I cannot unblock Weed Whisper. Because I'm on a cell phone. And I can't do it on my cell phone. I tried looking up in my studio and everything I got on my cell phone. I can't unblock him. If I was on a computer, I probably could unblock him. As right now, since I'm on my cell phone, I can't do that. Let me find a pencil and I'll write the name down. That might how I have to do that. Weed. Hello there. Where do you go to? P. Well, a standard moderator can't do it. A standard moderator can't do it. There has to be somebody like me or the #1 moderator. I look when I get off of the internet because I got company. She's coming over sometime tonight. Gonna spend the night if she don't have to work overtime. She said she'd be here around 10, 11 o'clock. And her friend's going to drop her off because they within 50 miles of me where she lives. Like I say, no people. When you all people, when you ask me to be a moderator, it just turned me off. Nope, I'm not gonna make you a #1. It turns me off. It turns me off. I choose my moderators by the videos you got, how many subscribers you got, and I read the comments on your YouTube channel, and I tried to run people that believe in the same way I do. And people, I've told you all, don't ask to be a moderator because it just turns me off. And I won't make you a moderator. Especially you that are scared like network the way you do. No, you won't be one. Now, everybody starts out as standard moderator. I'm not going to, because I and 709 would back me up. I had a computer hacker. He had 4 or 5 different YouTube names. And he put 2 of my moderators in timeout. And he kicked this one lady off. Her husband's an FBI agent. And the fun thing about it, the FBI been hunting for this computer hacker. They got him. And I do police officers on my YouTube channel. Yep, I'm going to be on the prowl. You know, she wants me to do my YouTube channel, you know, talk to her. Because she's sitting in the background watching it. You know, she's going to have somebody drop her off. Oh, last time she was here in the daylight hours. But where I live, they ain't no street lights. You know, like you do in the city, every road got street lights on it. Out here in the country, you know, intersections, there's no street lights. Or if I leave here and get up to the main road, there's no street lights. And I take it down to the highway, there's no street lights. I guess the county don't put street lights up on the roads. You know, if that's your first time driving out of the country road and you might have a wreck. I like, you know, at every intersection have a stoplight. I mean, outside light. No, she's the one that got money. She could be a sugar mama. But she's between 30 and 35. I know my daughter is mad because she's younger than my daughter. Hey, people, I gotta be happy. If I'm going to die, I'm going to die with a smile on my face. But I know my daughter is mad about that. But, well, she don't call me. Well, she gets more money than I do. You know, I can't tell you what kind of job she does. She could be a doctor. She could be a nurse. She could be a police officer. She could be a VIP. I can't tell you because I told her I wouldn't do that. I just, you know, I was going. before I went to Charlestown to the post office and this and that and pick up my son's medicine and got some groceries, I was going to get gas first. Because gas is always cheaper at Scottsburg, Indiana, than it is in Charlestown. And I didn't do that. But I will have to get some gas between tomorrow and I think Tuesday, because my son has to go to the doctor, so I got to get some gas. Well, he pays for it, but I got to go put it in. Well, that lady on TV looks familiar. But everybody got a twin here everywhere. You might have a twin brother, or a lady might have a twin sister. Everybody got a twin somewhere on this planet that looks just like you. I know my daughter don't call me. She don't check up on me. You know, I had her on my emergency list, for food stamps, the doctor's office. She's no longer on it. And she got some papers that I gave her to keep for me when my mom died. Well, she's cheating everybody out of $1,000. I guess my brother paid her off, I guess. I don't know. My son didn't get his $1,000. Yeah, I see the flies. That's what happens, people. You can tell when it gets cold. The mice have found a way to get in the house. Hello, RM. Welcome. I done said what I was going to say. And people, we got a nice person in here. He's a good moderator. But right now, he's taking his 10-minute break just to say hello to everyone. He's a nurse. He's a nurse in Canada. He works in the ICU, trauma, the ER, all that stuff. I'm not saying because he's a nurse, but I've said it earlier in the video, to thank a nurse for their service. Us guys, if we got a good looking woman nurse and she's good looking, we want to live. Well, we can keep looking at her. And I guess men nurses keeps the lady patients happy. They see how good, hello, Glove. The women see those male nurses and say, oh boy, he's good looking. I can't die. He's good looking. I guess that's what women think. I know what I think when I got women nurses. It wants me to keep alive while I can flirt with them. I usually say thank a nurse for their service 2 or 3 times in my video. At the beginning, the middle, and at the end when I get off. And maybe it's either going to get colder or the weather's going to change. Because when flies start coming in the house with your window shut, and the only way the flies gets in when you go out your front door. But you mice find a way to get into your house. And the outside cats is good mice catcher. These 5 idiots I got, I don't think they're good mouse catchers. I haven't seen them catch a mice yet. I did have some good mice catchers. When they catch it, I'd be in bed. They would jump up on the bed and let me know they caught it. And I tell them, get that mouse off of my bed. Outside cats, they caught a squirrel. They brought the squirrel up on the porch. They showed me they caught a squirrel, which I didn't like, but that's outside kitty cats. I don't know. I don't like them possums. I got a baby possum. And I fed it some hot dogs and fed it some milk and some cat food. I like to be friends, but man, they're ugly looking. They look like an oversized rat to me. And the raccoons, I love raccoons until I moved to the country. Because the country raccoons, they're not friendly, they're scared, they kill your chickens. All the chickens and rooster I had, it killed every one of them. But they got shot, they got cremated, all this. And I don't like it. I love fresh eggs, people. Fresh eggs is better than what you get in the grocery store. Because if you raise chickens on your property, you might feed them watermelon or cantaloupe. When I was younger, Egg Loaf, we used to go to what they call a coon supper. I don't know if it was New Washington or Marysville. I think it was New Washington, Indiana, which is east of me, and had raccoon hamburgers. If somebody knows what they done on deer or raccoons, they know what they done. You cannot tell the difference. I've seen people that make deer steaks or hamburgers, and you can't tell the difference from regular hamburger if they know what they doing. I have cooked deer hamburger and deer steaks, and I can tell the difference. But when somebody else fix it and they know what they doing, you can't tell the difference. Well, they serve deer meat. They serve raccoons. They bison hamburgers and steaks. If people knows how to fix it right, you can't tell the difference. Like people, I don't eat fish. I can't stand the smell of fish. And now those. Oh yeah, fish. My uncle, he used to own property in Canada and Florida. He knew I did not like fish. He had one of those, what do you call it, oil cookers where you could put the fish down inside of it and cook it that way. What he did, he used Cajun mix. He used all the Cajun stuff to on that fish. When he put that in that hot oil, you smell the fish. Like I say, I don't know if the fish came from Canada or Florida. I don't remember what type of fish it was, but it did not smell like fish. And my uncle Tom, you know what you're eating? I tell my Uncle Pete, I said, it tastes like hamburger. It didn't smell like fish. Hello, Cop Watch, how you doing? Just like I feed the kitty cats tuna fish tonight. I get sick in my stomach. But I want my cats to be happy. When they're good, they get special treats. These 5 inside kitty cats, they had tuna fish tonight. My outside kitty cats had tuna fish tonight. But the weather is changing. Because when it was snowing outside, snow on the ground, I couldn't keep my bird feeder full of bird seed. But every 3 days, I had to fill it up. Since the snow went away and the weather's warming up, they're not eating that much. It's supposed to turn cold again. They probably go back to eating. I guess I should buy a bigger bag of bird seed because I buy a 20-pound bag of bird feed. But I think they make a 40-pound bag. It got sunflower seeds in it. It has corn in it. And, you know, and I like my birdies. But everybody be nice and we get along. You know, no sexual harassment, no sex stuff, no hate crimes, no arguing, no cussing. You know, and we get along. Just think this is like God's YouTube channel. And that's what it is. It's like God's YouTube. You know, we all try to get along. And, you know, us old people, we're trying, no Jacob tonight, you know, since he probably got snow up there where he lives 709, he's probably riding his snowmobile with him and his dad, having a good old time playing in the snow.
Contact Red Cross. The family's going to have to evaluate how the facility can get 6 kids to a home. If they can put them up for the ladder or not.
Welcome back here. Welcome back. Oh, Wildcat, you gotta scoot your butt over. You got me on the edge of the bed. You gotta scoot over. I don't know why Wildcat has to lay so close to me. I gotta sit up where I can scoot over, because I can't scoot over by myself. I gotta sit up, then sit. Move your butt, Wildcat. You know not to sit that close to me. I don't know why she does that. How come you got me on the edge of the bed? Huh? How come you got Daddy on the bed? Oh. She does this all night long. Either her or Margaret does it. And I don't like. I know they're trying to warm me up, but sometimes Wildcat will get underneath the blanket. And oh, because I usually start in the middle of the bed. After I get off, I usually scoot in the middle of the bed, more to the right side of my bed. But when I wake up, I'm on the edge of the bed. I don't know if I toss and turn, you know. I used to snore when I'm in bed sleeping. You know, she's a good kitty cat, but funny thing about it, people, if you see my body, sometimes my arm or my legs, they come running from the living room and then the hallway and jump on the bed. They don't look where they're going. And when they jump, they come out with their razor blade claws. I got all kinds of scratches on my leg and all this where they scratch me. You know. Maybe that's why the raccoons and the possum won't mess with the outside kitty cats, because if they go to smack you, they come out with their knives. That's what I call them, knives. They're like razor blades. They cut the heck out of you. I guess that's part that possums and raccoons and possums, they know to leave the kitty cats alone. I don't know, sometimes when kitty cat farts, people, that's worse than humans sometimes. You know, back when I was taking care of my mama, had a gray cat. His name was Blue Boy. He farted one night, and I had to open the window and stick my head up in the window. That's how bad it was. I said, I'll pay him back. I don't know if you all know what White Castle's hamburgers are. Now, you might find them in the grocery store, in the freezer section, with the pizzas and like that. Little square hamburgers that got holes in them. And I ate some that night with some onion rings. And I let out a fart that night. We both got in the window. But he got paid back. He didn't do it no more after that night. He learned a lesson not to fart in Daddy's face. But I miss Blue Boy. He's a good kitty cat. And you all ain't gonna believe me, but hello from India. Welcome. Welcome from India. I welcome everybody. Good morning. I guess it's morning where you're at, 'cause it's about around 10. Let me see. It's around 10:09 here in Indiana, Eastern Standard Time. It's Friday. I guess in India, it's probably Saturday, I would say. I don't, I'm not good on these time zones. Welcome from India. Thank you, Beatles. It's a hard day's night. People, you need to go to Beatles. It's on here. Beatles-N7K. He got some good Beatles videos on his YouTube channel. The Beatles, if you grew up with them in the 60s, what are you going to tell me there, Beatle? That I believe Beatle, it's on here, he's from England. Oh, you a girl? Okay, I'm sorry. But for you being that young and from the UK, the Beatles was a great band, a group. And the first time I saw the Beatles, it was on the Ed Sullivan Show. It's a black and white TV show. It comes on. It used to come on, I think, once a week. I'm thinking either Fridays or Saturday. It was the Ed Sullivan Show. I'm trying to think who else been on it. I think he was on Dick Clark, American Bandstand, which was Dick Clark. I think the Monkees was on the Ed Sullivan and American Bandstand. Thank you for retracting that. You remember my rule. Thank you. Beatles. And I said some of you be watching this later. Your kids, don't tell me your age. I don't know if they teach it in England or what. I guess every country has stranger danger. that look for young kids or child traffickers. Never put your age on here. Protect yourself. People, I know some people don't allow kids on their channel. But under Rule 2 rules, they can be on there if the parents or the guardian logs them in. I appreciate that. Without some of you young people, I wouldn't learn. I got trust issues with everybody. I got trust issues with everybody. Because I've been lied to so many times in my life. It's hard to trust anybody. Especially females.
Information, Wellness of Jefferson County is going to be taken care of the first night. They're waiting a call from the Red Cross.
I must hit a button or something. Like you younger people, us old people, going to give you advice. Wait until you're 28 years old, in that time frame, before you start a family. Wait till, you're about 28 years old, 25 to 28, before you start a family. Because I want you all to finish your education, trade school, or college, before any of you all get married. I want you to get your education out of the way. Because when I was in school, younger people, girls 12 and 13 years old was getting pregnant. They was planning to go to college. Who's going to watch her baby while she's in college? Or maybe the father wants to go to college. See, you can't do it, if you're still in school. Before you start a family, wait until you're 25 to 28 years old. Well, 16, that's still too young. I want everybody to get their education out of the way. And ladies, and they say, oh, come on, I love you. You won't get pregnant. Hey, don't believe that crap. Don't believe it. You can get pregnant the first time, ladies. I just want you all get your education out of the way. I want you all to go to college. And if your family can't afford to send you to college, maybe you can only stay on the pill for so long. I knew girls that was on the pill, they got pregnant. I'm what I grew up with. If you can't afford to go to college, say you want to be a doctor or a nurse or a lawyer, a pilot, helicopter pilot, you can join the military. You got to get a guarantee in writing. If you You could be a psychiatrist or whatever you want to be. Does armed forces have veterinarians? I don't know about that. Probably do, but you go in the military and get it in writing. You have to give them extra time in the service. And then you can go, then when your time's up, you can go in the reserve. But the armed forces will pay for it. But young ladies, if your boyfriend can't wait, he's not worth having. He's not worth having. Remember, you younger boys and girls, your daddy and your mama was your age. Was your age. Your mother and dad knows every trick in the book. They know every trick in the book. Because your mama was young, was your age. They know everything trick in the book. I just want you younger people to hold on. If he cannot wait until you get out of school and your dreams, he's not worth to have. Even he said, "Oh, honey, I love you. I love you." Talk to your mom. Your mom would tell you all this. They know every trick in the book that a girl will pull to sneak out with a boyfriend. And your dad knows every trick in the book that a boy is going to use to sneak you out of the house. They know it. Remember, your dad and mom was young. And I just don't want you younger people to screw your life up. I want you to stay in school, trade school, college. I want you to get your dreams. Maybe you want to be a doctor. Maybe you want to be a lawyer or a veterinarian or a helicopter pilot. There's always jobs when you get out of the Army. See, the Marines has helicopters. The Navy have helicopters. Then you be in a reserve. You all, I guess in England they got it. They do here in the United States. They got air ambulance. Here, if there's a bad wreck, they will call the air ambulance where they transport you to the trauma hospital. There's a job. Maybe you love animals. You take care of the animals. That means maybe you want to be a veterinarian. Or maybe you want to become a police officer. I guess the military still does it. You can be an MP, which they used to go to the FBI Academy. I don't know what they do now. I guess they still go. But you can also, as an MP, You know, you know, say you go in the army and you want to become an MP. And what you could do, people, I know you've seen this on TV. You can put in an application for NCIS. You see NCIS on TV. You know, they investigate military crimes. If they, like I say, if they still do that as an MP, and you go to the FBI Academy, then you probably, when you get out, you can join the FBI. You know, I'm not going to tell you all what to do. I'm giving you ideas. You know, I want to help you younger generation. This is one of us old people trying to do, give you some education. I know your mom and dad has talked to you the time you was born until you leave the house. We trying to educate you with our experience. I'm not perfect. I done stupid crap when I was 10 years old, 13 years old. Done all kinds of bad stuff. If I do what I done back there then, if I was a kid today and done the same thing, I'd be in jail. You know, I would be in jail by what they go to today's standards, what I done when I was a kid. But I want to tell you something. What I did, kids, please don't do it because you get arrested for assault and battery. I used to put thumbtacks in the teacher's chair or some of the other kids' chairs. And the teacher sit down and that thumbtack or whatever you put in the teacher's chairs. If you do it today, they arrest you for assault and battery with a deadly weapon. So don't do that. Because I told you people, I'm not perfect. I've done some stupid crap. You know, I want you all to stay in school. Get your education. And Beatles, where you live there in England or the UK, look around you. You see the jobs that they have there where you live. Look at the job. Do they get laid off? Or are they still working? I guess UK still got lawyers and doctors and nurses, veterinarian. You know, like I say, if you're a lawyer, you can make $1,000 an hour if you're a good lawyer and you go into a certain field, just like a doctor. If you go in a certain field, people who have heart attacks, or you become a surgeon, more money, or you can become a veterinarian, take care of animals, cats, dogs, snakes, alligators, pigs, cows, horses, fish. You can take care of them if you like to help animals out. If you're an animal lover, maybe you want to be a veterinarian. And I don't know how UK is on doing, if you want to be a doctor and go into service, like here is in the United States. It used to be, if you want to be a doctor, a lawyer, or anything like that, you got it in writing and it's guaranteed. I don't know how it is in some of those countries. you all remember Ducky from NCIS with Gibbs and McGee and Tony and Ziva. You know, that's what Ducky did. I think he went into the UK Army, and that's that's the story behind it. Well, does the Army or does the military have artists? They got people that's into the news media, you know. That's how come I try to educate you all. Because I don't want you to screw your life up. You know, I got family and friends. I got 2 nieces that live somewhere in the UK. I know UK is big. I don't know if they live in England or London or where they live in the UK. I got a classmate named Butch Gibbons. He been in UK over, I say maybe over 45 years to 50 years. He been in the UK. I own a pub over there, I would think. But I think the wife he married within 8 to 10 years ago, give or take a little, I think she was from the UK. Cause I see him at a class reunion every once in a while when I go. And he talks now like he's from the UK. Because he's been over a long time. I know when he lived here in Indiana, we all used to drink together. And I think he came a few years ago when his ex-wife got killed. Probably, I don't know if it's cancer or was in a car wreck. I can't remember. It's been so long ago. You know, I like UK. You know, I like the UK. There's sometimes I watch shows on TV about the UK, those police cars they got, you know, how they paint them, the color of those police cars. And I like it. You know, we don't have police cars like what you all got in the UK. And you take a Kia, Kia, Kia. That's only a 4-cylinder. It can outrun a police car that we got. We had Dodge. It used to be Ford Crown Vics. And they had Plymouth. They had Dodge SUVs, Dodge. I forget the Dodge. What kind of Dodge car? But they quit making them and went to Dodge Dakota SUVs for police vehicles and some pickup trucks, which I know UK. Oh, Dodge Challengers, I guess you call them. because you don't need them. There's a few of them. It has those high-priced Lamborghinis that they confiscate from the drug dealers that they use for police cars. Then there's some police departments that has Corvettes as police cars. You know, I just want you young people to stay out of trouble. I want you all to get your education. Wait until you're 25 to 28 years old to start a family. And because I want you to get your education. Make something out of your life. You know. And that's what I want you to do. Or maybe you want to be a preacher. You know, you can be a preacher if that's what you want. You can be a veterinarian. Artists, I know when I was young, you had some good people that could really draw good. But I guess Beetle in the UK, I bet, do you all have plenty of people that's artists in the UK? You know, if you're very good, Beetle, you can see, since that's what you want to be as artists, I don't know if UK has a place that you can show your paintings off. You know, you never know. Because I want you younger people to get your education. Plenty time to get married and have kids. I want you all to get your education. Some of you get homeschooled. I kind of like that. I know a whole lot of kids that been homeschooled. They're a whole lot smarter than the kids that goes to public school. That's my opinion. You know, I want you all to be safe, study, follow your dreams, don't give up on yourself, even you two. Just like a Beetle, any drawings you got, put it on your YouTube channel. You know, that's how you get recognized. Somebody see those drawings on your YouTube channel. And that'll help you out. That'll help you grow your YouTube channel. You know, think about that, Beatles. Put your artwork on your YouTube channel. Somebody might recognize if you're good. You know, just give it a try, people. Anybody. If you're good as an artist, put it on your YouTube channel. If you're into maybe playing the guitar or drums, put that on your YouTube channel. Somebody, you might be surprised. You might get recognized. You know, there's things you can do. Since Beatles wants to be an artist, Well, Egloff, since I've been out of school over 50 years, I wish I studied harder. I screwed up by not studying harder. What I know now, I would have been a lawyer. I would have been a lawyer. I couldn't be a doctor. I couldn't be a nurse or a veterinarian. Veterinarian goes to be a veterinarian longer than a regular doctor does. I would study to be a lawyer, what I know now. I screwed up. And because I've asked people when I was in school, I asked this one guy, he was a straight A student. I asked him to help me out. He didn't help me out. I said, if this is how smart people act and treat other people, I said, that's not for me. That's where I screwed up, people. If I had to do it all over again, I would study harder. Then I would go to college to learn to be a lawyer. That's where I screwed up. But don't you all screw up. Follow your dreams. Don't give up on yourself, because I'm not going to give up on you younger people. That's how come us old people is trying to educate you. We want you to stay in school, study, follow your dreams. That's what I want you all to do. Don't be a quitter. I guess they still teach it in school about this train. How many people remembers about this train story? This train is trying to go up the hill. And somebody told that train, said, I think I can. 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 Finally, it made it to the top of the hill. And I was told that when I was in elementary school. You know, and you all kids, and some of your adults probably heard the same train story. I think I can. I think I can. You know, I got faith in you younger people. I really got faith in you that you are going somewhere. Don't give up on yourself. Let me see what time it is. It's time for me to get off. It's 10:41 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I got to get off. Besides that, she texts me. No, I don't feed the raccoons hot dogs. But people, if you want to learn about raccoons, there's a guy in Canada. He has a YouTube channel. The Raccoon Whisperer, James Blackwood, or something like that. He feeds raccoons. He's also feeds the deer. He throws apples out there in the summertime, wintertime, to feed the deer, whenever the deer eats. But during the summer, I've been watching the Raccoon Whisperer maybe 2 years. Jim and his wife knows every name of each raccoon. He knows Daddy and Mommy. He knows their babies' names. He knows their grandpas, their uncles, their cousins. He knows all of them. I done man nurse watch your YouTube. Well, I got a male nurse. Well, he went back to work. I call him RM. It's REZA. He's a nurse in Canada. You know, I got nurses that watch the show. I got police officers watch my videos. You know, like I say, butter toast. I always see when I say RM, he's a nurse. RM's a nurse in Canada. He works in the ER at the hospital where he lives in Canada. He's working right now. He works in the ER, the critical care, ICU, trauma. That's what he does there at his hospital. And I asked him when it snows like they do here, instead of you driving home at night, do I guarantee you, if 16-year-olds wants to work at McDonald's, you know, like the ladies that's sick in the hospital, they like us men. We like women nurses. They're good looking. And we see them, we want to live. We flirt with them. I think the lady patients, when they see a male nurse, they said, he's good looking. I said, we can't die. We got to get better. That's only my opinion, you know. I don't think I could be a nurse and work in the ER. I don't think I could be an EMT or paramedic. Come up on a wreck and it's a child that either got hurt real bad or died. I couldn't deal with it. I couldn't deal with it. I just couldn't. You know, if I was a police officer, as long as you're honest with me and tell the truth, I might let you slide. But back when I was at the age to become a police officer, they want you to be married, have a family. That's how it was back when I was young. But people, follow your dreams. Don't give up on yourself. You know, be nice, be polite, be respectful, and help people out that needs help. If you're rich, there's people that can use money. I gotta get off of here because she's getting close. So I'll catch you all later. I love you all. God loves you. And people, thank a nurse for their service. God bless you. And I love you.
Last one.
Good night and sweet dreams, and keep following your dreams.